So how was it in the end? The whole process going through module 4, learning these fundamentals, then trying them out on survey and report. How was it in the end when you look back on all of
I
this?
think that now compared to how it all started, like honestly, I'm in such a better position, definitely. I think that it was quite a journey because if I don't know, like I realized that like for me to understand better was to go back to the beginning because like at some point like I wasn't understanding from even like ChatGPT or like I had a lot of doubts, so I was like I'm not understanding well these things. For example, I understood classes and like functions as soon as I went back to the videos and I watched it like probably like 2 times. And that made me feel more secure, I will say, because like even when I was going back to the videos, I was like remembering what I have learned and realizing that okay, now it makes sense because the first time that you see how to build a class, you're like, what are you talking about? What are attributes? Like what do you mean? Like
Yeah.
why do you call it methods? Like I really was thinking like I don't understand like what is that? But after watching it a couple of times then you realize like okay then it's not that difficult. Like right now it's like I will say like I am more confident and it's good because like I don't know, whenever I watch your videos or things like that, I start on thinking like, okay, it seems so easy the way that like he builds things or like I don't know, I do some tasks. Then how would can I think like that when it comes to like doing my own things? Like that's the only thing that I'm looking at the moment right now, like just trying to see, okay, like I understand the solution, I understand the videos of the exercises and everything, but like when it comes to me doing something by myself, okay, what kind of approach will I take? And well, like I will say, like I mean, with practice is everything. So like the more I practice, the more I watch it, the more I hear the terms, and like the more I learn, the better.
Yeah, yeah, and this approach, like to solving problems, I sometimes I forget myself how I do it, or sometimes I skip some steps that I'm used to doing, and I go back and think like, why did I do this? Why did I skip some steps? And it all comes down to these couple of questions. You have to like, you don't have to type any code. You don't have to try to build anything. You have to try to understand what do you need to do and what steps will make the difference, because just doing something without understanding what you're doing is not going to solve your problems. Even like, it's going to do the opposite. It's going to give you even more problems. And yeah, if you understand fundamentally that you have to force yourself to write down, if you need to make yourself understand what you're doing, what you're looking for, or what would be the first steps. And if you do that every time, just slowly move forward. But yeah, it's hard to be patient and hard to be disciplined to write down or mentally understand what are the steps that you need to do, or even what are the things that you don't understand. And sometimes it's very frustrating because you wanna, I know for myself, I'm used to understanding things, but sometimes now I have some more difficult things that I need to work on. It's like, how am I not understanding? It must be something wrong. Like, the issue is not with me, but it must be something else. And every time I think this way, it ends up happening. It ends up being that the issue is with me. The problem is that I don't understand something, and I skipped some steps, and I need to go back and understand what am I doing, what am I missing, where am I wrong. And yeah, every time you do that, turns out to be it turns out to work out somehow.
Oh, yes. Like, I mean, for me, every single time that I had to go back to one of the videos, because, like, I don't know, I'm the type of person who, like, okay, I had a class of about something. I just need to study by myself and that's it. Like, I don't need to go back to seeing the class, even if there is a recording. Like, that's what I used to do, for example. Like, now, whenever I used to go back to the recordings, I got, like, a little slap in the face. Like, oh, now you understand. You see, like, yeah, it's just like that. Like, it's all about being impatient. I will say, like, that's something that I'm learning as well while I'm learning Python, honestly, and it's good. Like I am applying it to not only Python but to my life in general.
Yeah, it's a very good like personality trait that you can learn and train yourself on. I don't know how to even say it. Train yourself on or develop, and that's gonna be useful in life. Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. Like the same mindset that I have right now, and like I don't know, like I don't want to say that it's all because of Python, but like of course it has taken its role, but like right now it's like one thing at a time. Like I don't know, it's like there is no rush. Like why am I
Yeah.
putting rush on myself when like honestly that's not the way that I'm learning. Like at this point it's like okay, when I started this I thought, oh, I'll be done with fundamentals in like 1 month and I'll be an expert already, and it's like actually, no. I'm happy that I had to go through hell and like I don't know, things happen the way that like they had to, because like I wouldn't be in this position. So it's like it's all part of a progress that I just need to follow and yeah, yeah. It's very
Yeah, I think you still have this maybe a little bit of this idea that you can reach this expert level, you can reach this destination, but there is no destination. Like one destination would be when you get hired and you professionally work as a developer. But I remember when that happened to me, I was like, oh, what now? And then you realize it's just like you continue. Nothing really changed. Like you reach some goal, but you just continue. There is no, if you think of this destination too much or this goal that you want to reach, you're kind of rushing. But if you focus more on this process, on learning, it's easier. It feels better. And I remember I had this goal. I want to become a developer, and I was focusing on that. And in the beginning, I was like this, like you're thinking, I need to reach this goal. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to learn quickly. But at some point, I was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm just going to keep on learning because that's the only thing that's going to make the difference, and that's the only thing that I need to do. And at some point, I even forgot that I have this goal. When I reached the goal, I was like, what now? I've been focusing on like doing the process stuff, learning stuff this long, and you reach the goal and that's it. Like, yeah. But it's easier to reach the goal or focus on learning if you don't think about the goal too much or the
Yes,
destination too much.
exactly. I've learned that as well. Like it's better to like not think ahead of like how it will be when like okay you get what you want. It's like
Yeah.
it just creates frustration, at least for me. Like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to get everything fast, and like that's how I have achieved everything in life. I mean, I'm not saying that like going fast is wrong either, but like there are some processes that you just leave in like I don't know, like maybe like another type of time, like not that
Yeah.
fast, definitely.
I would say you need to focus on being fast, like on a daily basis. You need to do things fast, small tasks fast, but on the big picture, you go slow.
Yes.